What is going on? Welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Clams. I'm Will. I am down here in Florida, actually up here in Florida. I'm way north, mainland Florida, at the Georgia Boys Fish Camp, going out for crappie today. And I'm going to meet up in a minute with a familiar face to some of you guys, I'm sure. You definitely know him, and if you don't know him, definitely check out his channel. But we're gonna head on over to the boat right now. Alright, so it took a while to plan it out. We've tried a couple of times and it's finally happening, but the person I'm fishing with today, Tug Trash. So I will say this. There's a lot of YouTube channels out there that do catches and cooks, and man, I'm not trying to be mean, but a lot of stuff these guys are cooking, it's like, what are you doing? Ian's channel is one channel where a lot of the stuff he cooks, I see it and I'm like, oh, I would eat that. That is good. One in particular, the shrimp.
The shrimp, yeah. I love some shrimp, man. Hate peeling them, love eating.
Now, if you guys aren't familiar, it's Tug Trash Outdoors. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel. I got a feeling the majority of you already subscribed to his channel, but we're gonna head out real quick. Where are we? Where are we going?
We're in the St. Johns River, well, a tributary off the St. Johns River, and we're going out to a lake on the St. Johns River to catch specks. Now, where you're from, you probably call them crappie, but here in Florida, we call them specks. And that's all the info I'm giving you on the spot.
And what they call speck or crappie and what we call crappie, very, very different, and hopefully you'll see why. Well, my day's already made. I'm already anything outside of that boat ride now is that's just bonus.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it'll just kind of come in on top. Will's on his first crappie. We're assuming crappie. The way it is we're just trolling, you know, and they kind of plane up. They don't fight extremely hard until you catch one of those big 5-gallon bucket fish.
I'm going real slow here.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Right,
you're doing good. Just steady pressure. Steady pressure is what you want to do.
I'm not in that.
Dude, that is a big fish, bro. Like, that's a big one. All right, just bring him to the net. Boom. Bro, you just hit a 5-gallon bucket challenge on your first fish ever. Look at this.
And I thought the boat ride was a good
Look at that thing, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah, oh no. Here, you can just lip them just like that. Just set that in the rod holder.
That is awesome, man.
That is every bit of a 2-pound crappie right there, Will. And I don't know, people out there, there'll be some like good crappie fishermen here. I just want to point out I am not a good crappie fisherman. I just kind of figured something out. But that's a trophy, man.
All right.
High five.
This has been a trip of firsts. This is awesome.
Yeah. Running right through the boats, man. But, all right. So a big crappie like that one right there, he's probably every bit over 2 pounds. Let's lay him on this bucket right here. Now, if you do any kind of crappie fishing or speck fishing or sac-a-lait, that is a trophy, man.
There you go.
High five on that, bro.
You know, it's like you got to know who to call to put you on the right, put you in the right situation. I knew it was gonna happen.
I was getting a little bit worried. We had trolled for maybe 25 minutes, and I was feeling very confident. And we hadn't caught a fish yet, but we got into a little bit of deeper water. And first awesome. Fish of the day was a trophy.
There we go.
Plop them in there. Cool.
All right. So I want to point out something kind of funny. I'm not really a freshwater fishing guy at all. If you guys saw my steelhead episode, then you know that was really my first time freshwater fishing. I've caught a trout here and there, but never really dedicated to it. But this is what happens when you take a saltwater guy and put him on freshwater. He sets up 5 rods trolling for crappie.
We're going 5 wide.
Which I never, if you told me I was going crappie fishing or speck fishing, it's not what I would picture, but it works. So pretty stoked.
It's something anybody can do, man. You can come out, you got a little boat, come out here, do this. It works well in, you know, big open water. And, you know, just, I'm only going like 1.2 right now. So I go from like 0.8 to 1.2, and I think they call this longline trolling.
Do you ever get a mass hit?
I haven't yet, but maybe today.
Today.
Might be the day.
Fingers crossed. So we've had 2 more hookups, but they came off almost immediately. But let me just show you the setup here.
So this is what we're fishing. Just a small jig, and then these minnows, as they're called locally. Minnows, other places in the world. And we're just doing that. Right on the hook, and I've got some split shots up farther to get them down to the depth that I want.
So yeah, two heartbreaks. So we got 1 in the pail and 2 heartbreaks.
But the one we have is an absolute trophy. It's a tank.
Yeah, so not too bad of a
And the
heartbreak.
other 2 are probably my fault, because I was kind of messing around trying to make sure the camera's on. Now, from now on, we're going hard. We're getting fish in the boat. We're on. Just go ahead, nice and easy, reel them. Come over. Will's got the hot hand today. Every time I pick it up, the fish comes off. So I'm gonna let him reel the rest of them in. Oh no! I gotta get the net. Here we go. That's another big fish, dude. Just bring them right into the net.
There we go.
My man.
The other one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're all whipper-whappered here. All right, this is the 45-minute dehooking. You know what?
We'll just cut. We're gonna go cut. Cut. I might edit this out. I don't know.
There we go.
Yeah, when the camera's not on you. Now that's like still a pretty nice, look at the coloration on him. That's an abnormality, that color on his
So this is, when I think of crappie, this is the size.
yeah,
like this is,
and that's like a pretty good one, you know.
This is a honker in New York.
Yeah,
This is,
yeah. That's, I've never seen that coloration on the fin like that. That's pretty wild. Yeah. Well, cool. Let's put them. I'm feeling a little bit better, even though I lost 2 fish today. You've got all the fish that you picked up. I'm supposed to be the one that knows what I'm doing today, but
got the hot hand.
yeah. Is this one me? Is this one me?
You.
All right,
Come on.
We just got stuck on the short rod again. Oh, we got a head shaker. A head shaker. It's a good fish. That's a good fish, bro. Got it? Oh boy. Look at this thing. That's a tanker. He's not.
That's another good one.
I'm gonna say he's almost a 5-gallon challenge, but not quite.
I think that's about the size of the last one we just got.
Dude, if we cut these all day, we got a hell of a fish fry. Beautiful, beautiful St. Johns River speck. Hooked up, hooked up.
There we go.
Clams has got the hot hand. He's on a big one.
Oh.
I think you're good. I think you're good.
We're good.
Here, I'll let you come over here. Dude, that is another monster. That is a tank. Holy. Here, grab this.
There we go.
Bro. Look what you just caught. Oh, man.
Okay.
Just barely hooked too. All right, well, that was like almost a double hookup, really. We were just getting rods back out. That one's not quite as big as your first fish, but definitely a mondo. Let's check him on the bucket. Bucket challenge.
Oh, I think he's just
he's almost in the bucket club. Just a little short. He's like a ½ inch short of bucket club, maybe a full inch if I'm being honest.
So another thing I want to point out too is the other day I talked to Ian on the phone, and he was actually crappie fishing, and he goes, you know, I think I figured these things out. I think you're proving it.
The backstory is, so like for a couple of years I've been trying to come out here and do this, and like each year I would go maybe once or twice and like learn a little bit more, but not really catch fish. And then I something clicked and I figured something out, and it's been working.
It's definitely working. Where, you know, it's not a crazy bite, but it's a steady bite. So
yeah, dude, that looks like another tanker. It's throwing a wake, bro. We got a head shaker.
If there is one thing about fishing with you, you are the best hype man, no matter what.
Dude, and I'm not joking. I legitimately get excited about stuff. Oh, that's another big fish.
They're all big.
Look at that thing.
I feel like they're all. We're in the.
Oh, I got to get a better net. This is like my little crabbing net, but I saw some other crappie fishermen with like the longer handle nets.
You guys are just gonna have to believe us there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Send your rod into the water.
It's all good. Look, we got it. We just spent a bunch of time getting it unhooked,
and I got you hooked right again.
But that's an awesome fish. Like, I mean, that is a big one.
Yeah, this is very cool. The bite's been steady. It's not.
What'd I say? Like every 20-30 minutes we catch one. You know. Yeah. So let's go in there. And I mean, we got us a nice fish fry right now. We were almost gone.
Oh, I think that's a little one.
We were gone a second without a fish. So let me grab this net. It was getting a little slow. But we're on another one. We got him.
There we go.
Oh, I don't even know. I've lost count how many fish we caught today.
It's
double digits, I think.
Yeah. We're at least closing in on 15.
So
this is the smallest of the day.
And I'm not gonna lie though, like yeah, it is definitely. That's like a normal size, and that's like honestly, like I like eating those ones better. But it is what it is. Look how pretty he is in the sun.
Yeah, that's definitely the smallest of the day. This is a New York crappie.
Well, we'll put him in the live well, and he might find his freedom later today. We'll see.
So bite slowed down a little bit, which is funny because it's a slow bite, so it really slowed down. But yeah, we got a bunch in the bucket and a couple of honkers, so we're good to go on a cook, that's for sure. I'm gonna put the camera down and kind of just enjoy this luxury cruise on the lake we got going on. It's pretty nice.
Just riding around at 1 mile an hour. It's funny because there's a bunch of boats all around us, and I've thought about it, like it's like we're all like moving very slowly in this weird holding pattern.
It is a perfect day. It is, and as you can see, it's my favorite kind of weather, meaning that I'm wearing a sweatshirt, Ian's wearing a t-shirt, and we're probably both at about the same temperature. It's just a good day out here. Really, really nice. You've had some pretty bad weather lately, yeah?
We had some horrible weather roll through. It was the great storm of 2024, but and I shouldn't joke because a lot of places had tornadoes, but we just had some wind and rain and stuff. That was 48 hours ago. Yeah. We're out here catching fish.
So again, this worked out. The stars finally aligned for us to make a video together, and it is perfect weather. So unless anything really dynamic happens, I will see you at the cleaning station. already got a friend waiting for you.
That's they say his name was Fred.
Fred.
Fred's waiting for a handout. I think we can.
So let's see. Yep.
Trophy, dude.
That's
Like,
the one.
you could go down to Lake Okeechobee and not catch one that big. That is a massive fish. Let's see if they'll let us use their little scale over here. Fred Gagger. I hope they don't eat our fish while we're walking over here. So I'm gonna keep an eye on what's going on. They're definitely looking. We're on the official scale here at Georgia Boys. This was Will's first crappie ever, so it was a decent one for a first fish. What does it say?
1.13.
1.13?
Yeah, pounds.
Not bad. I thought that was over 2
I
pounds.
thought so too.
Huh. Well,
Still happy.
still a good fish.
Yeah.
But-
Look bigger than that.
Yeah.
Look at the mouth on that thing.
We'll edit it out and still say that it's 2 pounds. So.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
This is a cool old fish camp.
Yeah, it is.
Look at our little fish cleaning station. This makes you wonder how many thousands and thousands of fish have been cleared in it right here. Look at all the scales and everything. But Will's gonna clean one up.
So Ian showed me one, and every fish, when you're not familiar, you know, they have a basic structure that's similar, but each fish is a little bit different. Also, this knife is sharp.
It is sharp.
It's a toadfish knife there. Comes with this cutting board here, and on the cutting board there's actually a little thing to sharpen the knife on. It's a great idea.
I love mine, man.
Alright. So if you want to see these cleaned expertly, head over to Ian's channel.
I'm
You know.
not really an expert at anything.
Well, we have enough here that by the last one, I better have it down,
Yeah.
you know. But I feel somewhat confident. Not in that first cut.
Well, and I think any fish, there's no problems with taking your time on your first one and just figuring it out, you know. No shame in that game.
So up and over. So what Ian showed me that's kind of cool is that if you come up over the ribs here and then follow down, there's this one. Oh, I flubbed it.
Just push down, you'll get it. There you go.
All right. Not too embarrassed by that.
No,
but,
that's
you know.
not bad at all, man. There's a lot of people who've been cleaning fish their whole life, don't do it that good.
And then the same, skinning them's the same as any fish, or at least it appeared to be. So you just get a hold of the skin there, and you're holding the knife kind of like you would shave at an angle, not completely up and down, and not completely sideways.
I'd say you got most of that meat.
There you go. And then, like any fish, take out your pin bones right in the middle there.
Pretty much it's just that little bloodline right there where they'll be.
Yeah, it doesn't go down into the ribs. There you go.
Nice little fillet.
Cut off the bloody part there. That's it. It's a handsome looking piece of fish there.
Not bad.
I'm excited to try it.
You know who else is excited to try it?
Yeah. Oh.
And that guy right there.
Well, all right, guys. I'll see you in a kitchen at some point. All right, I know what I'm gonna make. We're gonna do crappie smash burgers. After I left Ian, I actually wrapped all of my fish in paper towels, got them on ice right away, but I just want to show you, even without bleeding those fish, look at this meat. How gorgeous is that? There's no bloodline, and we didn't cut really the bloodline out, meaning on the sides of where the pin bones were, but that's incredible. It smells like snapper. Really beautiful fish, and I think it's going to lend itself really well to the flavors we put in to make the burgers. So I'm going to start chopping this up by hand, and let's make our patties. All right, we're going to do this all by hand, so I'll show you a little bit, but I'll spare you the entire process here. But we'll cut it into strips like that, and then real fine. So once you got it about there, you're gonna run that knife through it again. And we want to get this as small of pieces as possible. This really is a beautiful fish. I wish you could eat them raw. You can't. You got to cook them all the way through, any freshwater fish. But the looks of that meat makes me want to eat it raw. I know I can't. So I want it about there, real chopped up. Hopefully you can see that. So I got 3 fillets to get through, and then we'll come back when I'm ready to make the mix. I just wanted to give you a really good example of what I want here. So I cut it into strips. I try to line all the strips up, and then I'm slicing very close to all those strips. And in a second I'll show you, because it's easier to show you this than to describe a shape or size. So I know that I have it the right consistency when I can do this with my knife. Flatten it out. You see that? How it sticks, and now it's become almost like one piece. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, a little bit of yellow onion to go in there, not too much. Not that much, a quarter of the onion. And that same thing, we're gonna dice it up as fine as we can. So we'll start with nice thin slices, and then you line those up and chop as finely as you can. Okay, now that we got everything chopped up and ready to go, we're gonna add a little bit of mayonnaise, probably about a spoon's worth, a little bit of spicy brown mustard, same amount there. What else we got here? Some Worcestershire, a good amount of cracked black pepper, and some garlic salt. And 1 egg. Now that we're just gonna mix it real well. Now normally I would put a little bit of breadcrumb in here to kind of hold it all together, but unfortunately we don't have breadcrumb. And then the other thing is, you always want to put this in the fridge after you make the patties so that it can set up in the fridge, get nice and cold. We don't have that luxury right now. So I think what I'm gonna do, I have hamburger buns. I'm actually gonna chop up one of my hamburger buns really fine and mix it in there as a binding agent so that everything kind of holds together. And not too much, just a little bit, same amount that I would put in of breadcrumbs. So if you chop this up fine enough, it's kind of like how you put breadcrumbs in a meatloaf, or a lot of the stuff I do on here, like if I do meatballs or stuff like that with the with chopped fish, I do like to put breadcrumbs in because it is a binding agent and you don't even realize it's in there. You could even do a little bit of flour, but anything starch to help keep that together. All right, I'm gonna put this aside and make our smash burger sauce. All right, since it's just me eating, we don't need too much of this, but I'm just doing mayo, a little bit of mustard, a healthy amount of smoked paprika. Oh yeah. Okay, we got that all mixed up, but I'm gonna add one more thing, just a dash of vinegar from my pickle. There we go. That's perfect. Okay, put that aside and let's cook. Some of you guys get upset when I don't toast the bun. So to make everybody happy, we're gonna toast the bun, okay? Okay, while the bun is toasting, we're gonna move that back here just for a second. And don't worry, we flipped this over. This is the clean side. We're just gonna shred some lettuce. There you go, guys. You're getting your toasted bun. Okay. There you go. Toasted. Okay, we're gonna put this aside and cook our burger. All right. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but Kerrygold, our favorite butter, also makes aged cheese. So this is Kerrygold cheese. That's going on top once we flip that guy. So without it having the opportunity to set up in the fridge, you run the risk more when you go to flip it that you might break it apart. So I'm gonna let it cook for a longer time on this side in hopes that it solidifies, so when we do go to flip it, that's what I was afraid of. Now that wouldn't have happened had that set up in the fridge. The next one we'll let it cook even longer. Put our cheese on top. Just a little bit longer. Like I said, you want to make sure that is cooked all the way through, but that's stiffening up nice. Yeah, see? Once it's all the way cooked, it binds together. I moved it a little too fast. Next one we'll let sit longer. Okay, so can you see on the edges, we're starting to cook through. Starting to get a little white there, which tells me, yep, there you go. Get our piece of cheese on there. All right, so we got our first patty down. I got lettuce underneath, patty, cheese. We'll go a little bit of sauce in the middle. And our second smash patty. Oh yeah. Good sauce. Some lettuce. I know some of you out there don't like pickles, but got bad news for you then. I'm a pickle guy. And our top bun. Boom. That's pretty good. Very, very good. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd like to cook some of the crappie just as is. But I was really excited to make a smash burger out of fish. That's like what I was craving. Man, that's delicious. So, I won't lie and say like, oh, it tastes like a hamburger. It doesn't. It has its own thing, and it's closer to, say, like a chicken burger or a turkey burger, if you've ever had one of those, but like a good one. You know, but I mean, you get that char. I don't know if you guys can see there. I don't want to turn it upside down, but the char right there, that gives a nice smoky, and then the texture. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Ian, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. That was such a cool fishery. My first ever crappie, and a huge one. Huge. Amazing. Absolutely amazing, and just fun. The YouTube community is really cool. I've met some really, really, really good people through it. Ian's definitely in that category. The guy is just amazing. Again, Tug Trash Outdoors. Subscribe to his channel. He's just a good, genuine guy. And thank you. I'm at a loss for words other than thank you. And thank you. I'm really, really enjoying my my lunch. Also, that Kerrygold cheese is a game changer. All right, guys. Sorry, my mouth's full. If you enjoyed this adventure, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.